Hey guys, what's up? My name is TheElderAcorn. Thanks for tuning in to Community Forgers once again. Now today guys, we have a competitive map feature for you, and this map is called Inclined, and it was built by a guy named Soldier, like I don't know, because I know he likes to be called Soul, so I don't know if it's like Soldier or if it's just like Soldier. I don't know. Anyways, that's not really relevant right now. The map is definitely designed for CTF. It's a very linear style of design. Essentially what you have is this really long atrium throughout the middle, and then kind of pathways around the side, and through that middle atrium you have sides from one base to the other. This just makes it really great for CTF, especially because those flags are actually in that open area that's in between. You can basically see that area from the power positions or the base, and so it's definitely challenging to get that flag. And anyway, so yeah, I'm just saying it's perfect for capture the flag. That's what I would recommend playing with it. Now, the base design of the map is actually pretty simple, and it really does cater to those noobish players that just play this map for the first time. They don't know where to go. They'll find a place to go and they'll start knowing what to do in a couple minutes once they get in there. But it does also cater to those MOG players. There is a slight learning curve for the map, so those players that have played this map enough times will have the advantage. They will be better, but that's something that actually is really good for a map. And I enjoy that, especially on this map. There's a lot of ways that they can utilize the map more than a noobish person, I guess. And at the same time, it's really not difficult to learn. Not at all, actually. Now, in the bases, you'll spawn with 5 different routes you can choose from. Of course, you spawn right in front of the other people, kind of like simplex. You'll have that simplex spawn where you face the other base directly, and you can choose right then and there 5 different routes, or you can even back up and drop down, so technically 6 different routes. And this is especially great for capture the flag. You have a lot of choices once you grab that flag. You can go anywhere, and this is a great way to coordinate with your team. You can say, I'm going down red tunnel, I'm going up to the power position gold. You know, this is a great way to avoid fire as a flag, and then hopefully if the other team's coordinating, they can cut you off and really contest those different routes. And so I just really enjoy how the map's segmented into these 5 different type of lanes, basically, maybe even 6. And once they get to the middle, they do break off a little bit, but I just like how it's segmented like this. It works very nice for capture the flag. And also this map has really interesting power positions, and so you'll see maybe in this gameplay, I don't know, but if you walk up just a little bit from that spawn, you're at the power position already, whether it's gold or green. And these power positions are actually right next to each other, as in you can jump from one to the other. And if you're in one, then you have sights on red base, and if you jump to that other one, you have sights on blue base. But this being said, you know, it's so easy to get to these. There's a lot of flanks into these power positions. These power positions will change hands so much throughout the course of the game, and it's just really flowing up in that area. You know, the map flow will go around the sides basically, but a lot of times they'll intersect into this top section here, and it will cause this constant flow of battles coming in and coming out of this position, and it's very difficult to hold and really control the whole map with this power position. It's not very campy, just because of the fact that it's so easy to get to it, and that other power position is directly across from you. So say even if you're holding red, then the blue guys can come up to their base just as easily as you got up to red and counter you. And these power positions, as I said, you know, you can jump from one side to the other, and so they are on the same level. They're just flat. There's no cover on them, so you would think that those encounters from one side to the other would be a little bit boring, but just because they're so fast-paced and they change hands so much, you don't even notice that, honestly. It's pretty much okay. Normally that would be a bad thing, but I think in this case it's totally fine. So anyways, that's just how that whole thing was about, how these power positions were very well balanced, but at the same time very well traversed. And actually, if you get the snipers on this map, those are a lot of fun to hold up there on those power positions, because you can see both of the bases if you control it well. Snipers on this map in general are a lot of fun just because there's these really long linear hallways, and so it can really do a lot of damage, and if you use it right, then you can really control the other team. Especially for CTF, you can really help out with that. And so that's as much as I really care to go into about the gameplay on the map. If you would like to go ahead and download it, you can experience it yourself, and you can maybe learn a little bit from it, because it is a very well put together map with a really interesting and unique design. And I don't just throw out the word unique very often. I really think that this is a pretty cool and special design, so go ahead and download it if you would like to. And also, I didn't even mention that the map does look very clean. It has this really nice look to it, and all the pieces are very cohesive together, and it feels like a on-disc map. I know I say that a lot, but you know, it really does. These really good maps that are very MLG styled do look like their own MLG style maps, not as much like a lot of Forge pieces, which some maps do tend to look like. And also I really enjoyed the base aesthetics. They have like these really cool lights up there, and I just thought that was cool. But other than that, the rest of the map really wasn't too special, but it was nice and clean, which is something that's really all I care about. You just need something that's clean, and that's how you impress me. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the tip of the day, and the tip of the day being from Oasis Hurler, and he says focus on structural aesthetics rather than intricate aesthetics. And I know we've had a tip similar to this previously, but this is really the only tip I could get my hands on because I don't have a lot of tips submitted to me anymore. So if you guys do have your own tip, remember this can be about any sort of game type. Just put that in the description down there. This can be about anything relating to Forge at all. It can be something funny, it can be something serious. I do like serious tips, but go ahead and put that in the description. And that is all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate your subscribes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.